A new playground is being planned to be built in Cedar Falls, one that will be built to suit not only children of all ages, but of all abilities. There is a growing movement in Cedar Falls to build a brand new inclusion playground here in town. An inclusion playground is one that is designed to be used by children of all ability levels.
We were approached a couple of years ago by two individuals from the community, and they have special needs children. And they noticed our facilities. They have some rudimentary handicap type facilities. We have handicap accessible playgrounds, but they're not totally handicap accessible. We have swings that are kind of set up for handicap accessibility, but there's nothing really that you can call a totally inclusive play area. So they've been to other communities where they've had these types of playgrounds. They did a lot of research and they approached city staff to see if we'd be interested in working with them.
The city doesn't have the budget to build such a playground right now, but there's a small fundraising effort underway.
Obviously, our budget at this point, we don't have $500,000 for that particular project, which is roughly what phase one would cost. But that hasn't slowed those two ladies down. They've already raised about $70,000 or $75,000 towards it. We're planning to submit a $200,000 request to gaming sometime in fiscal year 17. And if we can get pretty close to that $500,000 mark, we'll be able to do plans and specs and have that constructed.
The city will be responsible for restroom and shelter facilities with tentative plans to start construction in 2019.
The city, our portion will be to construct a restroom that will serve the facility. There's already a shelter at that park that will be incorporated into the design. And if all goes well, I would anticipate we might be in a position to maybe do some building in 2019.
Usually, when new playgrounds are constructed, city park staff assembles and installs the equipment themselves. However, with such specialized equipment, the city is planning on contracting out the construction to a specialist firm.
Well, it all depends on how the money comes in, but obviously this is such a large project, it's kind of out of our scope as a staff to construct. Our park staff's pretty talented. We put together our own playground pieces and those sorts of things, but this is going to require a lot of curvilinear concrete work. It's going to require the installation of the safety surface, and it's probably going to be a lot easier for us to contract this out as opposed to our staff building it. We want to make sure it's done right, and a $500,000 project might take our staff 3 years to build between projects, and a contractor could come in and probably do that in just a few months.
As of right now, there is no specific completion date for this project, but check back to Channel 15 as we will keep you up to date on the progress.